Good morning and welcome to Awaken October, the final schedule. This is day 31 of our month of Seeking First the Kingdom Within. Today is All Hallows Eve, morning meditation, 7 a.m. in the morning. Good morning, good morning. So nice to see you all. Kelly is here this morning, sort of, and she will hopefully find where we are on the page shortly and get on board. Good morning, Terry. Nice to see you. I was just saying Kelly's here as well. She's having some difficulty this morning. She hasn't used her computer since yesterday, and it's giving her a hard time. Well, I think she just figured it out. Yeah, she's on board. Okay, now everybody's here. So, I was saying to Kelly, we were talking about it this morning. We get up fairly early as a general rule. But we really enjoy our... You found everyone. Yes, you did, honey. We really enjoy that time in the morning. Typically set the alarm half an hour early. And then I have 3 snoozes of 10-minute duration each. And we usually sleep through the first one. And then we kind of just snuggle and chit-chat through the next, and then finally get out of bed. And we were talking this morning about Halloween, and All Hallows Eve. This, and Carol, I see, is here this morning too. Good morning, Carol. Nice to see you. Yeah, I was just saying this morning is All Hallows Eve, and it began actually, as more of a druidic custom in Ireland thousands of years ago, and it was known as the Feast of Samhain. And the Feast of Samhain was a harvest feast. It marked the end of the harvest. It took place through the 31st through the 1st of the year, or through the 1st of November, and it really marked the 2 halves, the light half, which was coming to an end, and the dark half of the year. And it was thought that at this particular time, the borders between our waking consciousness and our dreaming consciousness were lowered. It was just a natural time of year that it was more susceptible for things to more easily cross the veil, if you would. And people used to dress up as spirits, not to scare other people, but to blend in with other spirits that they thought may be popping in from the other side. So you would dress up as a ghost or a spirit so that the other spirits wouldn't pay any attention to you. And this turned into the commercialized candy nightmare that we have today, of which Kelly and I are going to be taking part of tonight, when we dress up in our costumes and go out as like I said, I'm 58 years old, Kelly's 54. I could care less. As far as I'm concerned, tonight, we're kids. We're going to go out and we're going to have some fun with it. The gift, I guess, of today is the ability to look back on this last period, the period of light, the period of action and of growth. We begin with the spring, and we grow and expand all this energy all summer long, right up until the end of the fall, through the harvest. And now we prepare to rest. We prepare to spend time in introspection, to go deeper within, to use the time of rest and renewal to the best of our advantages. So, that is one of the ways that we can look at holidays and look at the times of year a little more in line with the way we used to understand things. working with the natural cycles of the planet. Everything has a time. Everything has a season. The same goes for us as well. And I see that Debbie's here this morning as well. Well, hello, Debbie. Nice to see you. Good morning, good morning. Here it is, All Hallows Eve, of course, this morning. And I'm sure you're just getting ready to go out trick-or-treating at this time. So this morning we are going to meditate with the mantra Om Namah Shivaya. Is a fitting meditation for today. The Om, of course, as the traditional and what I believe to be the correct spelling of A-U-M, is speaking of the three different states of our consciousness. The waking consciousness, the dreaming consciousness, and the deep sleep, of course. Then we have Namah. Nothing is mine, everything is thine. The understanding that you are indeed that divinity. Kelly calls, I love embracing, or Terry Kelly says, I love embracing my inner kid all the time. I call it Peter Pan syndrome. Yeah, I tell you, there's nothing better for you actually than embracing your inner child. As children, we didn't identify with things outside of ourselves when we were very young. Everything was just part of us. We didn't care what other people thought. We didn't worry about if what we were doing looked foolish or not. We just lived in a state of joy and awe at everything. And, luckily we are granted some of that time prior to falling into the deep slumber of this conscious realm. And what a joy it is to slowly begin to wake back up out of it. So Namah, the understanding that nothing is mine. Everything is and belongs in and part of that sea of consciousness. The universe is creating itself. Our Creator is literally in the act of creating itself anew. A beautiful journey of evolution of which all of physical creation is mirroring. Shivaya, the absolute reality which is the ground being of everything. That sea of consciousness. That base consciousness, life itself, love itself. So this morning we will take advantage of the beautiful conditions we have set up with Samhain, with the lowering of the veil between the conscious and the unconscious realm. I don't really like to use physical and spiritual realm because I don't see any separation anymore. It's all just one realm. We will bring you to the candle, and we will allow the sound of the surf, waves of divine golden light washing on the shores of your consciousness. Allow yourself to come into a comfortable position. It may be early in the morning, and if it is, it helps to make sure you are upright. Perhaps use the candle to help focus your gaze, keep your attention. Together we will take a deep conscious breath. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shivaya. Om Namah 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 Shivaya. Notice as we float together on those divine waves of conscious light. Through our waking, sleeping, and deep sleeping consciousness, our minds remain active and aware. Allow yourself to feel the observer within, that which remains awake in all states of being. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 All belongs to the one sea of consciousness. Not ours, not mine, but the one divine. Om. Namah Shivaya. Om 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 Namah Shivaya. Allow the deeper truth of this realization to fill your being. The divine sea of consciousness is the grand experiencer. In truth, in that divine love, our suffering and pain are only perceived. Even in this physical realm, it is truly that sea of consciousness that experiences what we would call our suffering. You are already free. You are already whole. You are already aware. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Allow the waves of divine light to slowly sink back into their source. That glowing jewel at the heart of the lotus that is the truth of your being. Om Namah Shivaya. Awake, aware, one with that sea of consciousness. When you are ready, you may slowly open your eyes. Return to the land of the physical. As I said, it's All Hallows Eve. Happy Samhain. It is a day of reflection, a day to be grateful for the birth and the growth of the spring and summer, our own rebirth and growth in the new year. And now, as we wind towards the end of the year, we take time to reflect. Take time to go inside, to become still, and listen to that wave of love that is always speaking to us, crashing against the shores of our awareness. Much love, namaste to you today. Looking forward to our special All Hallows Eve meditation at 9 o'clock tonight. Until then, have a wonderful time and don't eat too much candy.